Welcome to MB Tool Reviews. Today on the channel we're looking at this. This is the Magnusson contour gauge. This is a 250mm or 9-inch contour gauge. If you're not familiar with what a contour gauge is, it's basically a scribing tool in that it allows you to go around obstacles and create a template that you can then mark out onto your workpiece, as I do here in this video. So as you can see, I've gone around the architrave of the door and also the upstand of the kitchen worktop. I can then use that as a template or a guide for marking out onto a workpiece if I had something to fit in that gap. Obviously I'm just doing this for demonstration purposes, but if you are a tiler or a worktop fitter, this may be quite useful. So the tool itself has a 40mm depth of scribe and it has 177 pins. These pins are quite tight on this tool, especially if you push a group of them together. They can be quite stiff, and if you unbalance the sides, the ruler can move to one side and it pushes against all of the pins, locking them into place, and you have to hit them quite hard to get them to come back. This is the Magnusson version, as I mentioned earlier on, and it has no locking mechanism. You have to be quite careful not to knock the template in any way, so it's best to have your workpiece close by if you can, or just keep a hold of the sides. The pins aren't loose, as I said, so it's not going to slide out. So if you do make a mark, it will stay there as long as you don't sort of accidentally grab it and make a mistake. This is very similar to the Seika tool. However, the Seika version has a locking mechanism, which means that you can't nudge the teeth accidentally and mess up your template. There are also a number of other companies doing these. There are Festool, Marshalltown, and many others. There are no-name brands from Amazon and eBay that are also doing them in both plastic and in metal. You can pretty much take your pick. This one is a fairly cheap one from Screwfix for £11 for a 9-inch version. I think the Seika is probably a little bit more expensive and it's a bit smaller. There are different Seika versions, I believe, but the standard version is a bit shorter. I've used this quite a few times on different jobs and I find it to be useful for a rough guide. I don't like it for detailed work. If it's very detailed, I'd rather use some form of scribe, such as the profiler scribing tool that I showed on the channel a couple of months ago. So personally, for rough jobs and for things like tiling and flooring, this is a pretty good tool. If you're doing intricate detailed work, this might give you a rough guide, but then I would then scribe it in with a more detailed tool. Thank you very much for watching today's video. If this has been of some help to you, please give it a like. And if you have any questions about this tool or any other tools, please leave a comment down below and I'll get back to you. And please remember to subscribe to the channel. Thank you.